or
No, it's,
something.
make him a girlfriend a wig.
It's even worse. Making my girlfriend a wig from snips of like hundreds of strangers.
Right now is the time for me to leave everything I know behind.
I'm going surfing because I don't like your face. I'm bailing out because I hate the race of rats that run around, round in the maze. I'm going surfing. I'm going surfing.
Good ref. Solid ref.
I was listening to that yesterday.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
The Blue Album. The Blue Album.
Yeah, I saw
Good
that
stuff.
at Lollapalooza, I guess Olivia Rodrigo brought out Weezer.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and I don't know why in the whole backstory, she's saying that was her first concert. Whatever, which one part of me felt like that's got to make them feel really fucking old.
I know, because
and two,
adults.
I was like, okay, if I was in that position, like what songs would I ask them, like what I would love to play with them? And I think they did Say It Ain't So and Buddy Holly, and I was like, oh man, I would have totally won Pinkerton.
Oh yeah, well,
like
Pinkerton has some
everyone would have left.
too, man.
people have issues with these days, but yeah.
Tired of Sex, Get You, like El Scorcho.
Yeah, I think the fetishizing Japanese women
Yeah,
thing.
I know. God,
When we covered Weezer for this benefit that I did, like we did a one night Weezer thing. I was like, let's do some stuff from Pinkerton, and one of the women in the band is Asian, and she was like, no, thank you. So, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, we aren't here to talk about Weezer, though, guys.
Aren't we?
We're here. We're always here to talk about Weezer. I mean, we had a whole goddamn episode about Weezer. I feel like they got their time on our show. It is summer still, and we, the Rabbit Fighters, Joshua, Greg, and Brian, are feeling a little surfy today. Is surfy a word? Probably not, but
not in the Midwest.
To say.
We'll call it boogie boarding. I don't know.
We're here to talk about the 1991 surfer, bank robber / undercover FBI agent movie Point Break. And this little film was directed by Catherine Bigelow back when she was married to James Cameron, and before she became the first woman to ever win an Oscar for directing The Hurt Locker, which I think was in 2008, which is fucking ridiculous that it took that long for a woman to win Best Director Oscar. But she also beat her husband, James Cameron, that year when he was up for Avatar.
Oh, good.
They were both up for Best Director and Best Picture. And she won.
Not her best movie either. So,
not her best movie? Yeah.
I think Zero Dark 30 is better.
I haven't seen Zero Dark 30, but I really want to. Though.
I don't remember Zero Dark 30.
It's about the SEAL Team 6. And it's like about it's
about
finding
like the meal that they eat at the end of it. It's all about that.
Yeah. The SEAL Team 6 meal that eats 22-ounce steak.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it's about finding how they found Bin Laden.
Yeah. So Point Break stars Patrick Swayze as Bodhi, which is short for Bodhisattva, a surfer, a skydiver, who was also the leader of the ex-president's bank robber crew, rocking the Reagan mask. And I have to do a sidebar here. In Buddhism, Bodhisattva is a person who has attained or is striving towards Bodhi or Buddhahood. Often the term specifically refers to a person who forgoes or delays personal nirvana or Bodhi in order to compassionately help other individuals reach Buddhahood. So that's out there for people who didn't know that.
He failed.
Yeah, I don't think. You know what? I don't think he knew what it meant.
I don't think. Yeah, it's like the inconceivable. I don't think.
And Roach is like bleeding,
yeah,
bleeding out. It's like, was it worth it?
Bodhi means what it means. Yeah. Keanu Reeves is Johnny Utah, former the Ohio State star quarterback turned undercover FBI agent. He's young. He's dumb. He's full of cum. And he's eager to infiltrate the ex-president's surfer gang. Lori Petty is Tyler. A former tank girl is Tyler. A surfer / clam shack worker / Bodhi hanger-outer who teaches Johnny to surf and then works really hard to find out if he's truly full of cum. Gary Busey stars as Johnny's very Greek partner, Agent Angelo Pappas, a gruff cop who's dedicated his life to nabbing the ex-president's and finding the perfect meatball sandwich.
And a big Calvin and Hobbes fan.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, for starters, can any of you surf?
No.
I tried once.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, how'd it go?
I stood up and then I fell down.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Where was it?
Gravity.
Was it Hawaii?
San Diego.
So, okay, all right, San Diego. I don't know. What did let's talk about what we liked about this here movie, the Point Break.
Do we need to talk about the plot?
The plot. We
tell the
should
story.
talk about the plot. Yeah.
Or not.
Who wants to do the
I feel
plot?
like Brian, you're the one who's like, I don't even have to watch this movie again.
Oh my god, 1,000 times. Well, you already kind of mentioned it. So Keanu plays a newly minted hotshot FBI agent. They don't really tell you why. He goes from like Quantico and then goes out to LA and gets paired up with Gary Busey,
Angelo Pappas,
the burned out like laugh of the unit, has all these crazy theories. 22-year vet chasing these same bank robbers. His big theory is that these professional bank robbers who have done dozens and dozens of banks, professionals, they basically come in the summer, they rob banks dressed up as ex-presidents, and they disappear like ghosts. And so he has this theory that they're surfers, but everyone thinks he's a laughing stock, but not Johnny, because Johnny shows up with a whole body full of cum and fire. And he's ready, and he believes that he can
was always gonna kill.
So basically the premise is that Angelo's crazy theory is that these guys are surfers, and so Johnny goes with it, and he decides that to figure out who these guys are, he needs to get in with the local surfers and try to figure out who these people are. So he finds an inn, which is Lori Petty. He basically goes out there by himself, nearly drowns. She saves him, and he decides like, you're my inn. So like, he basically latches onto her, and through her you run into Patrick Swayze's surfing gang. He's Bodhi, and he's got 3 tight bros, and so he starts getting tight with them. They realize that he's Johnny Utah, from former football player. I always thought that was strange. Like, why would they be interested in college football? I don't like. They're like, man, you don't recognize him? He's Johnny Utah. Like,
also, the high school jock to surfer pipeline is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Also, I got to say, like, what a terrible choice for an undercover agent. Like a really famous college football player, where they're like, he actually went to the FBI after college.
Yeah.
You can really easily look up that this guy
went from the Rose Bowl too. Like this. So
I just bought drugs from Johnny Utah.
He's a narc, bro. He's a narc.
Did you just cut my hair?
Johnny kind of fucks it all by just running out as they're coming out of the bank,
and just
with his face in broad daylight saying FBI,
and just firing in the open.
Destroyed your undercover role there. Yeah,
he doesn't know for sure whether they saw him. They totally saw him.
I mean, he stares right at them, but...
and then the car is like right next to him, and he's like looking at him through the window and stuff.
I thought, isn't there a law against just opening fire?
Not in the movie, it isn't.
FBI just unloading on
It's like they just robbed a bank. They didn't murder a bunch of people. Like, it's
also
illegal, but you can't like just kill them, right? Like,
I know that
kill them.
You have a police radio say, "Oh, hey, they just robbed this bank. I need some backup to cut them off."
No one gets backup ever. I know.
Just these. One in a middle-aged Gary Busey covered in meatball sandwich chasing these guys down. But
one's full of meatballs.
All that being said, it's still a good movie. Like I
picked this one. I had never seen this one, and I've had a bunch of people tell me that Point Break is good. And I saw the promos for this, the commercials. I heard the reviews when it first came out. Nothing from this movie attracted me to this movie. I was like, this movie will suck. Keanu Reeves, I already didn't like him as an actor. I was like, he's not a good actor. Patrick Swayze in like Jerry curls or something. Like the fuck. I was like, this is all the markings of a shit movie.
It really has no right to be as good as it is.
I know, it really doesn't. Yeah.
It has all the trappings of just a clusterfuck.
Totally.
if you just take it in chunks, you're just like, this is not great at all.
Yeah.
There's like so much wrong with it, but taken as a whole, like at the end of it, you're just like, this was fantastic. Like this is unassailable.
Right.
I don't know why.
Right from the start, like the opening credits, they show Johnny Utah shooting at targets in the rain. They show Bodhi like surfing, water flowing all over him. And it cracked me up too, because like they have Johnny Utah shooting a shotgun for target practice. I'm like, yeah, the thing that you would normally use for as a police officer, a giant shotgun. They have these targets popping up for Johnny Utah in the rain, and the one of them that just keeps coming up is some lady with giant red lips. Is she supposed to be a prostitute, and you're supposed to murder her for being a prostitute? I don't get it. It's expertly done though, like the crisscrossing of the surfing scenes with the rain shooting scenes, and like you see that the main surfer guy is an expert at his thing, and you see that Johnny Utah is a cop and he shoots everything right on target and he's built for it.
They have to set up that they're both competent at the
exactly.
these things.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I mean, like, they do the thing that they do in all these goddamn movies where like John C. McGinley's character, like, Johnny Utah's boss, he's like, hey, we looked at your resume, top 2% of your class at Quantico, and he reads Johnny's resume to him basically. He's like, he knows his audience fucking on
what's going on here, guys.
It's just bad, exposition.
It's funny you bring this up because we talked about that 59 episodes ago in Maverick, where it's like, I'm going to do the thing where I read your resume to you, and you're a punk. Like,
no, they always fucking do that. They're like,
it's like Top Gun,
huge problem
just with waves.
3 times Silver Star, 3 times thrown in the brig for disorderly conduct, and you're like, whoa, this guy's a lit fuse. It's funny that you mentioned that, because like when I got about a quarter of the way through this movie and they got to the beach scene where they're throwing the football on the beach, I was like, this movie is Top Gun meets The Lost Boys. We're like,
minus the vampire.
Yeah, because like you get the normie. Johnny Utah is like the normie who gets introduced to this subculture of weirdos, and he has to like infiltrate them, for a girl, basically, right? Like, because the Lost Boys, he likes this girl. She sucks him into this band of like roving vampires that have their own subculture, and he slowly realizes, oh, these people are fucking vampires. And like the Johnny Utah thing, he gets sucked into this group of surfers. It's totally a subculture. He's going for the girl, but then he realizes slowly, like, hey, this is a bunch of bank robbers. But they have like all kinds of like Top Gun, like macho bullshit where they're like, tackling each other in like the shirtless football scene.
I'm going to carry the surfboard through headquarters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's so much macho bullshit
for no reason whatsoever.
It's fun. I mean, this was like its own movie genre in like the 80s. Yeah. I think how many movies were about some outsider guy? Like first you talking, I'm thinking Can't Buy Me Love with like Patrick Dempsey, where he's a nerd and he's trying to be cool.
Buy Me Love.
Well, like any of those movies where there's like an outsider trying to fit in with cool people, and it's like this is like a whole. I feel like this is like a subgenre of the 80s in and of itself.
Yeah, I feel like this though is a little different because it's a cool guy from a different set of people trying to integrate with a cool set of people of a different sort, which is what reminded me of the Lost Boys, because like Jason Patrick, the normie from the Lost Boys, is like a cool guy, like in regular society. He's just not a fucking vampire, and they're trying to like indoctrinate him into being their kind of cool guy, which is, I feel like, what is going on here. Like Johnny Utah is like, in most of America, like an ideal man, right? Like, so it's not like he's some geek who's trying to, work it with cool kids.
I mean, his name is fucking Johnny Utah.
Utah, yeah.
Come on. You can't
make
that
up. Reference to like Johnny Unitas. Like, it sounds like Johnny Unitas. And like, yeah, exactly. When they wrote the script.
It's just another spin on that.
Yeah.
That thing,
And it's funny because like Top Gun between Maverick and Iceman, there's almost like that's the love story almost. Like it's this like, acid love story. And that's basically what's going on with Johnny Utah and Bodhi. They're just like girl is there so that isn't like a gay story basically, but like it's like these guys are basically obsessed with each other, you know. I mean, like they basically have this strange like attraction to each other.
They
and
respect
you know,
each other.
Yeah,
Somebody
well, I
respect
think
each
it's a
Yeah.
thing they try to do where you kind of would say in another walk of life, these two guys are very similar. They're just but on polar opposites of like the moral spectrum, yet their personalities. I mean,
they just
in
mirror
one
each
scene
other.
he
Totally.
jumps out of a fucking plane without a parachute on, so
Yeah.
it's like he's even crazier than Bodhi is, but
he
he
is
like he just has a different North Star of what
Right.
you know what he's about.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like they're
when
both
they're plummeting, Bodhi's like calls him crazy.
Yeah.
And just laughs like as they're
Yeah.
both about
It's
to
like,
die.
dude, you're fucking nuttier than I am. Like,
Neither one of these guys apparently wants to live very much.
You're gonna be
back
meat
to Top
waffles.
Gun, Death Wish, Tom Cruise.
Death Wish Tom Cruise. That's my Tom Cruise death wish theory. But in real life, I think like real Tom Cruise wants to die in a fucking stunt.
I think what sets it apart, though, I mean, is Patrick Swayze. His character is it's not like a typical villain at all.
Yeah, no, no.
It's morally very gray. Like you can identify with his desire to, like, you know, we're going to show these squares what's up. We're going to live off the grid. We're going to live our own, like, pave our own way.
Yeah.
And nobody really gets hurt. He's just robbing banks until the end, and then, you know, shit goes sideways. But up until that point, you're like, you know, he's like who's like the 1930s bank robbers? John Dillinger running around?
Dillinger,
like, just
Bonnie
like
and Clyde.
like a folk hero, essentially.
Everybody
Like,
loves that. Yeah.
He's just holding a mirror up to society, man. That's all he's doing.
He gives that speech after they get kind of found out and the shit hits the fan where he's like, "No, man, we're, you know, upholding what it is to be human." I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Even Roach is like, what? Or the one guy that you don't know who his name is. I never fucking know.
Gromit is the guy who's like, Bodhi, man, I don't want to fucking
scared.
do this anymore. I'm fucking scared. I'm like, yes. This guy is the only one who makes fucking sense. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, if we're talking about what we liked, I do have to mention two people I don't normally like. And like I already said, Lori Petty before, like I really didn't like her in A League of Their Own. I do like her in this. I think she does good work, and she gets handed a lot of shitty lines. This movie has a lot of shitty lines in it. It's funny that James Cameron and Catherine Bigelow wrote this script because it's a very low rent James Cameron script. Like the John C. McGinley character, they got Harp, the head of the FBI.
So laughable.
He's, first of all, John C. McGinley. I usually kind of like him, but I think he sucks in this. I think he's the worst actor in this. He overacts so hard. That one scene where they haven't caught the ex-presidents yet, and it's been 2 fucking weeks. He's like, "You've been doing this for 2 weeks. You don't have squat." It's like, you've been looking for these guys with no clue for like 12 years. And the guy he's been doing it for 2 weeks. But that scene, he overacts so fucking hard. I'm like, man, you're chewing scenery.
I had a hard time not thinking of him in Scrubs the whole time.
Scrubs. He's been a bunch, you know, he's in Wall Street. He
did a ton of shit, but it was like just
he plays John C. McGinley in everything, you know. But in here, his chattering idiot bastard character is fucking irritating, you know. Like, he's not very good in this, I feel like. But Gary Busey is, and I usually hate Gary Busey. I hate to say it because I was in a movie with Gary Busey. But I usually don't really, I mean, like, I usually feel like he does a good job playing a dick, you know, and he plays a lot of dicks in movies. I haven't seen him as like Buddy Holly or anything like that he got nominated for Academy Award for.
You played Buddy Holly? I'm sorry.
He played Buddy Holly.
Hold on.
Buddy Holly story. He was talking about that when we did wrap the movie. He was just like,
was he the plane?
No, he's Buddy Holly, man. He got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor for Buddy Holly. So yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. Laughing at my own joke.
Pretty good.
But I like him in this. I think he's fucking likable in this.
Aside from like the stupid one-liners, like He's not bad in this, like, at all.
I
Like,
think he eats one-liners and spits out like not gold, but like at least silver.
Can we go through a couple of them at least?
Yeah, where like I mean the meatball sandwiches, like you can tell he improvises stuff in this too. I mean,
the microphone, Squid Brain.
When I did that movie with him, he improvised almost everything. Where you're like, oh my god, dude, I have lines. You know, like Scooby. I mean, when they do that, one of the weirdest scenes in this movie is when they have him dive for bricks.
Oh yeah, why?
Like when I'm like, what the fuck? He doesn't even swim as part of his job. Like he's an old guy who sits in a car. Like, why is he diving for bricks?
He calls it out. That's how dumb it is.
Yeah, I was like, I've been doing this 22 years. You got me diving for bricks like a blind man. And then he's like, but I know he made this up. When he finally goes to dive, he goes sideways and goes, wow. Like dives. I was like, that's 100% Gary Busey. Nobody fucking told him to do that. And it's good as gold, you know. It's like it's a fucking memorable, hilarious, weird thing that he added to it.
But his overacting is funny.
I love him in this. I really actually was like, he's fucking delightful in this movie, and he's very necessary too, because there's so much like, you know, macho testosterone, like pushing you to the edge. X Games, like who can be more extreme? And then he's just like, Scooby. Anyone seen a little dog?
Better not be
a cockapoo with a pushed up nose.
What does he say? He's like, you better not be chasing babes. Like,
yeah, you better not be chasing babes. While Johnny Utah's getting the shit beaten out of him by four surfers.
Chasing babes. But I do like when he does run down, and he does it perfectly. Where he's like, anybody see a guy run through with a car stereo?
Yeah.
And like just the look on Patrick Swayze's face is funny. He's just like, no, man. I don't know.
Like, why would I have seen a guy running with a car stereo?
Yeah, it's funny. Well, then he like laughs at Johnny Utah's replies, like, I don't know, man, but there's 4 guys back there. You can ask about it.
He's like, you like to start shit, man. I like it. Yeah.
What's not to like about this movie?
Yeah, like I like a bunch of people. I think what's not to like is John C. McGinley. That's about it for me. Anthony Kiedis is even hilarious. He's like, that would be
a waste of time.
A waste of time. And apparently, Anthony Kiedis, as a tough Nazi surfer guy, apparently he was the only one who didn't show up for fight choreography for that big fight, so they had him get knocked out in the first punch. Fight choreographer was like, "Fuck it, you don't know the moves. You're just gonna get your ass kicked."
Was that Tom Sizemore?
Yeah, uncredited Tom Sizemore. Yeah,
undercover DEA agent.
Uncredited.
Totally.
He had a lot of lines too for an uncredited young guy part. Usually, like someone with that many lines that's uncredited is like Dustin Hoffman, and he doesn't want to be credited in this movie that like he got paid $50 for. But like Tom Sizemore was like a young actor, like on the rise at that point. He had worked with Catherine Bigelow in a previous film, and she put him in here. I was like, I want my name in the movie.
Maybe he didn't think it was going to be very good, because on paper it doesn't seem like it'd be very good.
Oh, man.
I know. Yeah,
on really paper, I would take this role in a heartbeat. There's guns, surfing, jumping out of planes, sex, like robbing banks, like so it's a fun movie.
Music.
Like it's like you don't really. It's on the surface, it's kind of just a fun movie. But if you pick it apart, you're like, this makes no fucking sense. Yeah, no. But when you're 11 or 12,
like the technology obviously is dated, but that's like basically kind of the only thing. Like
there is some funny stuff with the cop, scenes where they find hair and they're like, you're like, oh, they're gonna do the DNA analysis of the hair and find out who it is, and they're like, we found hair and like we can find out that there's selenium and like
the
arsenic, and you're like, you can't test the fucking DNA. It's a hair. This is the modern age.
I think that might have predated.
I guess so. I thought there was DNA back then. DNA testing.
That's one thing I did catch this time, and I'd forgotten. When they do the hair sample piece, and then they cut to the beach, and right behind the beach, there's like chemical plant, like right there. I'm like, why the fuck would you swim in that? Like, what do you? There's a factory right there.
Best waves.
I know.
Then this guy's like, oh man. he's a narc. Like, cut my hair.
That was a ridiculous scene because like Gary
Cutting the hair
Busey
off, yeah.
pulls the
Cutting
towel
hair,
off like Carrot Top with his buddy. I was like, are they making out in there? Oh, they're supposed to be smoking weed, which was illegal at the time. And like Gary Busey just snips his hair. He's like, it's my girlfriend's hair collection or
No, it's,
something.
making my girlfriend a wig.
It's even worse. Making my girlfriend a wig from snips of like hundreds of strangers. And then Johnny Utah goes over. It's even worse. He
That
goes
was
over
super goofy. Yeah.
Not gonna hold up in a court of law either.
I know. He goes over to the one guy and he's like, "Oh, don't move, bro." It's the gnarly bug in your head.
Oh my god!
He like yanks
The whole
his hair
scene
out.
is
And then
so
pretends
bad.
to mush it in a towel. And he's like, "Saved your life, bro."
Life, bro.
I'm like, what? That's the stupidest fucking thing you could have done.
Yeah, I was not on board with this movie. I was liking it, but I wasn't like, because I feel like I've definitely seen this, or at least I've seen the last 45 minutes of it historically.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
did not
before.
remember a lot of it. Like
Yeah.
I didn't remember the lawnmower scene at all.
Fight.
So I felt like I was seeing it for the very first time.
Yeah.
But making my way through it, like I was like, this is good, but it's not like it's so cheesy. Like all the lines are bad, and
Yeah.
until that chase scene where the president's like switching cars and it's going through a gas station and stuff, and then Ronald Reagan lights a gas tank on fire.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the most amazing scene
It's
I've
so
ever. Like
fucking
I'm
subversive.
on board. I'm
it's
on board.
so great. It's
You're
so
on it.
great. First of all, having Reagan and Nixon rob banks
Absolutely.
is fucking awesome.
Fucking
and
amazing,
like,
dude.
and like,
I don't know why Carter's there, but
in like Carter and LBJ are there, but they're like not the linchpins of the operation. It's really like the two crooked bastards that are the heads of it. And having Reagan jump up on desks and say, "I'm robbing you," is like fucking wonderful in the first place. And yeah, I was gonna bring this up too, when he turns the gas pump into a blowtorch and is like, just like laying waste to the fucking area. It's like, that's what you did to America and the fucking world, dude. And everyone remembers you as a hero now. So I fucking love that part.
that should be the poster.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised that wasn't. That's a cool post. Like that'd have been cool, just a flamethrower Reagan.
It's probably too controversial because so many people fucking still love Reagan and like lionize this guy, because they forget.
There's more
all about
dorm
Iran
rooms with that on the
Contra.
wall right there.
That is so fucking great. I love that goddamn scene. There's so much to like about this, and there's so much dumb shit in it too. Like he fucking finds out that Johnny Utah is an FBI agent. So you're like, okay, the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows everybody else's fucking deal now. And then the next scene is like them coming into Johnny Utah's house or apartment or whatever, and they're like, "Hey man, we're going skydiving." And he goes skydiving with these guys who pack a chute for him after they know he's an FBI and agent. And then he just does this like fun skydiving day with the dudes, that just robbed a bank. And then like after they do that, he's like, "Here, let me show you a video of your kidnapped girlfriend with a gag in her mouth and a knife at her throat." And he's like, "You fucking son of a bitch." Like, why did you go skydiving with them? They're fucking bank robbers. Like, and like, why would they take him skydiving? Like, what is the aim? Instead of taking him on a skydiving tour, they just come to his apartment in the morning with guns and a video of Tyler, and they're like, "Hey man, we know you're a Fed. Here's a video of Tyler."
Sound like the dude. "Hey man,
I know
you're a Fed.
You're a Fed, man. We got Tyler tied up.
Feed the monkey.
And this guy's an animal. He's gonna gutter like a pig."
We know you're a fucking federal agent,
we
man.
know you're a federal agent, man. Why does everything have to be a fucking travesty, man?
Call me the new are, Utah. Call me the new are.
That scene was great. It's a great action scene in the movie, the skydiving scene, sex with the gods. There's like good lines in it, and it's like cool action. But it should have happened before they found out he was a fucking federal agent.
I feel like there was a doubt, though.
Yeah, I think they try to still prove. I think they
Keanu
try to make
thought there
you
was a
believe as if there's
chance
a
they don't know
slight
who he is.
thing that they don't that they.
He's
Like over distant. They're really far away. There was like at least a chance.
I think they try to lead you to believe that there's a small chance that Johnny Utah thinks that they don't know or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they obviously know, but because they're wearing
Because he hides his
masks,
badge. Like he's like,
Yeah, but like I feel like there's
it's a stretch.
You're right, it's a stretch.
From the,
It's
from the
it's absolutely a
second
stretch.
from the second he sees that guy on their crew pull his pants down and moon the fucking beach while he's with while Johnny Utah's with Tyler, she's like, what's wrong, Johnny? You look like you've seen a ghost. And then they hilariously cut in with Gary Busey saying, these guys are ghosts. And then they cut back again. You're like, oh, it's like the audience is that stupid. Oh, these are the guys. Like we know they're the guys the whole fucking time.
He's staring into the waves, and there's 4 guys. He's like, they're gonna be a real tight knit group. like the voiceover, and you're like, oh, we get it.
Oh wait, now we know who they're talking about.
We're connecting the two.
These guys, but like they're on all the posters and shit. Like it's so like commercials.
Oh,
like
it's not
it's them.
other 4 guys.
There's no surprise in a Hollywood movie. Like who the bad guys are before the fucking movie comes out. He knows Bodhi is the fucking ex-president's guy, and he's still like, oh, let's go skydiving. Like, why would they take him and why would he go? All he can do is make trouble.
Well, the pilot accidentally let slip where they were going, and until then, he had no idea where Tyler was. And so when he said it out loud, he was like, Swayze was like, "You just said we're fucking going to the place," and then he turns around and grabs him. Now he's a hostage. He's coming along for the ride.
The whole point is that he has leverage over Johnny Utah by having his girlfriend. If he goes in the plane with them, what is the benefit to the people who just robbed a bank and are bleeding out and want to escape to Mexico? What is
because
the
it creates
fucking benefit?
An opportunity to shoot a scene where he jumps out of a plane without a fucking chute on.
No, it's about the adrenaline. Like he gets to like look at this adversary in the face and say, "This burns like acid in your mouth, but you're never going to get me."
He's toying with him, but
jumps
but
out.
he could say that from the runway. He could be like,
"That's not cinematic."
Yeah, I'm saying like there's so much stupid shit in this movie, but I still like it. I'm not saying like it dims my enjoyment of the movie. I'm just like
similar to you, like. Yeah, the point that I like hone in on, like this does not make any fucking sense, but I'm not going to think about it too hard. Is when Gary Busey punches
his boss.
His boss. He just leaves with him, and everyone's like, "What's around?" Like, no, they would arrest him immediately.
They would never fucking do that.
Yeah, and then the whole everything goes down. The whole skydiving scene. Swayze gets away. It fast forwards now. Keanu Reeves still somehow has a job.
Still a cop. Still a cop.
He's allowed to go on a business trip overseas.
How does he have a badge? They're arresting him, literally cuffing him.
None of that makes sense.
Fucking Miranda rights after the bank robbery, which he was a party of. He was a party to. He participated in a murderous bank robbery.
On top of that, he got his partner killed.
Yeah, he got his partner killed by just saying, no, don't shoot Bodhi. That's why he fucking died. That's why Gary Busey dies. And which is one of the funniest scenes, inadvertently funniest scenes, when Pappas gets killed and Johnny Utah's like, no. He runs over and he flips Pappas over like a pancake. He's just basically like, oof, and then he's like, Pappas say, I don't have much time. And like, why did you have him say anything? Why did he say I don't have much time? It's like I thought he was going to say I don't have much time, so I have to tell you something important. He just says I don't have much time, and he dies.
It'd be funny before he died. He just went two.
I'm like, why didn't you just have him get shot and it's just obvious he's dead? And they move on and try to catch the flight. I also love that the pilot comes out and he's like, I'm not taking you to Mexico after the giant shootout. It's like, maybe this isn't the time to come out of the cockpit and say, I'm not taking you to Mexico.
This is where I draw the line, guys.
It's like, I'm not taking you to Mexico. They're like, click with a gun. He's like, okay, I'm taking you to Mexico. It's like, I think brother, you were going to take them to Mexico either way at this point.
Man, why didn't he just step on the fucking gas?
I know.
While they're all out there, no one's in the plane with you.
Just fuck out. Like, they're murdering each other. You're like, I'm getting the fuck out, or jump out of the plane and run away. anything else other than just popping out and being like,
he just starts slowly moving down the runway,
edging out.
Hope they don't notice.
Like crawling, like
it's backing up.
That'd be funny.
I know it would be funny. I know.
I thought some about this, about like obviously the remake, which I did not see, was an attempt to let's recapture that magic and maybe like up the production value a little bit. And it got terrible reviews. And I don't know that you could go back and fix any one thing in this movie and make it a better movie, because it's really, really good because of some weird magical mix of all the dumb shit that's in there. And despite it, I think if you fucked with one thing in there, it would be probably come out a lot different.
I think this movie works.
Somehow it works.
It works. I think for the main reason this movie works is Patrick Swayze. Like, he is incredibly charismatic in this movie, and he's great. He's just great in it. Like, he's good. He's sort of really a perfectly cast like Bodhi. Like, you know, he's super cool, but like he's zen. But he is like he's tough. He's like all these different things, and he's like the super cool guy in it. And you know, he doesn't care about living or dying. He's chasing the big wave. Like, I think in part of everyone's like, he just is so perfectly cast in this, and he's just like great. And then I mean, I would say I don't ever love Keanu Reeves in much.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I don't dislike him, but it's like I think we talked about that. He's like
a huge part of this. Like,
good in whatever it is, but I think they're good together in this, or whatever role he's doing, playing kind of the Johnny Utah thing, the green FBI agent works.
I do love Swayze as Bodhi. He's a great character, like really fucking just interesting and neat and like well drawn. And there's stuff like, you know, where he's talking about the waves, like becoming one with the waves as he's walking down the street with Johnny Utah toward his car. And Johnny Utah has a dumbass line where he's like, "Are you going to start chanting?" And he's like, "I might." Yeah. And I was like that's kind of great. Like, I am into that shit, man. Swayze plays a really unstereotyped character. Like, I feel like when you cast someone as something as like recognizable of a stereotype as a surfer, there is a very, very strong chance the person is going to be like, "Bro, what's going on? Tasty waves, bro." You know, but like, he doesn't do that at all. He just plays like a grounded guy who's really into surfing, and you know, also can kick people's asses. But yeah, like, I really liked his characterization. Like, I was like, this is a probably the realest character in this movie, which is funny because it's the most absurd character on paper.
Yeah, and I mean, he makes a good leader because the other guys in his crew are kind of like far out, dude.
Totally,
and he's not at all, and he, you know, so
they listen. He's kind of like they don't want to do this one last job. He's like, "This one last job."
They're like, every movie with one last job doesn't go well, Bodhi.
Yeah,
this one totally will. I still love Roach of all of them. When he's shot and he's dying and he's on the plane. That last scene where Johnny Utah is like, "You're going cold because all the blood's running out of your body. You're about to be dead soon. Hope it was worth it." Like, Roach's like reaction to that, like when he's about to fall out of the plane, he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" Like, he's so still aggressive. Like, he knows he's about to die. Yeah, he knows this is a lost cause, but he like still sells that interaction like so well, and then he falls backwards out of the plane, and you're going, "What?"
Yeah,
but he's got that one great line. He's like, "See you in hell, Johnny."
That's such a stupid line. I know, it's like they say that in like every fucking action movie in the
funny.
80s. See you in
hell, man.
I know.
And then he falls out.
I know, it's so undignified. But I do really like when he crash lands with the bag of money. It's a cool image with the money flapping around and the parachute flapping, and he's just this corpse tied to all this capitalism and fucking, you know, ambition and stuff. I was like, that's a cool fucking scene. I wanted
to be like, realistically, would he have really pulled the chute? He'd probably just be a puddle of just human on the ground.
I know they set it at a timer, like when they were on the tarmac.
It wasn't a static line, but yeah, they had a timer on.
Okay, I was like, I don't know if he pulled that chute.
But yeah, I actually liked all the side characters too in this. I think they all did a good job. Like, even the guy who played Gromit, you know, the guy who didn't want to do anything. A guy who's Gromit is a surfer term for like a newbie or like a young kid.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you fuck with anything in this movie. I think it's as is.
I think everyone did good except John C. McGinley.
The one thing I picked up, I wanted to make a note where I thought was really funny was they're doing the long foot chase scene and he's cutting through the houses, and at one point he just throws a dog at him.
Yeah, he throws a pit bull in his face.
And when I saw that, I was like, so he took the time to pick up the pit bull, wait for him,
no,
and
just keep running.
Pit bull let him pick him up?
Yeah, and then he didn't do
Kicks the
anything.
pit bull. Johnny just doesn't put the pit bull down. He punts it because he hates the dog for some reason. And the same lady in that house with the dog attacks Johnny Utah with a hoe or something. She's like,
She's whacking him. I just thought it was funny.
To live and die in LA.
Yeah, he
Totally.
thought to saw a dog and is like, oh man, I'm gonna use this dog as a weapon.
I know. That seems bonkers. The whole fucking scene where they raid the Nazi skinhead, surfer, whatever. That is a crazy fucking scene.
Yeah.
That's one of the crazier fucking scenes I've ever seen in a movie. I have to say, so much weird ass shit and ultra violent shit and just bananas stuff happens in that. You start with Gary Busey calling for Scooby, his dog, in a shit neighborhood. Then we get all these crackhead surfers doing drugs. You get this lady in bra and panties are walking around the house, and you have Johnny Utah with a tiny little mirror, perv watching a lady in the shower who's naked.
And there's a guy in the bed just going,
he's on drugs. Anthony Kiedis is crouched down in your crap hole apartment. And then
we're gonna write a song about this.
Gary Busey has a 5-minute monologue with a half naked lady at the front door. He's just no, seriously, I need to find my dog, and I'm quite sure is it in your backyard? Is it in your bathroom? Is he in your tub? Is he perhaps in your underpants? He's just trying every fucking way to stay in the doorway.
Listing things he sees.
And he's like, FBI, gorgeous. And then it just explodes into insane violence. And the lady from the shower, kicks Johnny Utah's ass, butt naked,
Like a ninja.
slippery from the shower, just kicks Johnny Utah's ass when he was holding his own against 4 giant surfers earlier. And then starts stabbing a cop in the back a fucking knife. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anthony Kiedis gets shot in the foot and screams his head off. Tom Sizemore gets tackled and cuffed and then goes bananas about, meth heads or something. I was like, and then Johnny Utah gets his face pushed into a fucking mower and almost gets his face chopped off on a mower until Gary Busey decides not to shoot the guy who's trying to kill him, but to shoot the lawnmower. We're like, yeah, that's the first thing you'd go for.
What if shooting the lawnmower didn't stop it?
I know. What if it missed and it ricocheted off and hit Johnny Utah in the fucking face? It's so dumb. That's a crazy ass fucking scene.
That made me think of one other thing that I thought was stupid. It kind of aligns with the FBI agent boss, where he's just
McKinley
strangely hates Johnny Utah.
Yeah,
the 2 other agents that are just shit. Why do you guys hate them so much?
He went to Michigan.
Suck.
Yeah, they're just oh, fucking idiot. God, what a dick. It's
Cool, beat us 1 year.
What if this guy just fucking showed up and you hate him?
They are from the James Cameron school of butthead grunts. They're the Gorman from Aliens, the detestable shithead, by the book, losers who think they're great but aren't, and everyone else hates them. They're so right out of central casting from James Cameron's school of buttheads.
Yeah, it's a good reference. There's the butthead cops. You're whatever.
Yeah, those guys
your
suck.
own raid. What a dick.
And they have another James Cameron favorite. I know Catherine Bigelow directed this, but where they crank the middle finger up. They're on the height. They're on the stakeout, and Pappas brings them pizza and he's "Hey, pizza! Hey, good cold pizza, good for breakfast." They're like, "Fuck you, Pappas!" And then the guy pretends to crank his middle finger up. I'm like, "Yep, right from the school of buttheads."
Should we rate this thing?
It's not good, but it's still great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want to rate this on a scale of, right? Like, I guess Lake Michigan is an F, and Bells Beach, Australia, for the 50-year storm is an A+.
Like how we didn't even talk about him just like committing suicide.
I know. Yeah, I did want to say, like, when he goes to the 50-year storm and Johnny Utah, of course, finds him there and they have that fight. And then, he lets Bodhi go to ride this mythical fucking wave. And you're like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. That's exactly what the audience wants, right? They want Bodhi to ride this wave. They've wanted Bodhi to ride this wave ever since they've heard him talk about it very early in the movie. And he lets him go, and the Australians, which are probably people from LA doing Australian accents, because they're like,
yeah, let
him go. And the one guy's like, we'll get him when he comes back. And Johnny's like, he's not coming back. But like, he paddles out of the wave, and they show this, like, I don't know, 100-foot goddamn wave. And then they show this guy like fumbling around and fucking up and like falling over, and then the wave kills him. And you're like, no, come on.
He rode the wave for like
surf this fucking
4
wave.
feet and just falls. You're like, oh, man.
They showed us him floundering. He's
the
like
only realistic part of the whole movie.
I know, he's like a 2-flippered seal. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck? You're like, have him majestically ride this last goddamn wave, and then the massive bulk of it kills him, but like he rides it, as far as he can until it takes him out. It's like a metaphor for his whole fucking existence. He rides it as far as he can until it takes him out.
That was the last shot of the film that they actually filmed, and they had run out of budget by then. So
right.
They show him paddling, and then a giant wave, and then immediately falling. It's like, oh, man, he's really fucked up. I mean, part of me is like, okay, maybe it's unrideable or something, but it's also just let the guy.
Size of it, that's not rideable.
And then
they ride huge waves, though. I mean.
And then they have Johnny Utah throw his badge in the water, which is hilarious that he still has a fucking badge. And then they have Rat play the theme music on the way out. Like, Rat, nobody rides for free. You're like, what? Why did you have Rat do the fucking final song for this movie?
Why don't you have Rat do that?
They wrote it for the movie too.
You couldn't get the rights to you can't always get what you want.
The soundtrack is actually pretty cool throughout. Like,
I tried to find it. I couldn't.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, like
I wanted to listen to it. I couldn't. It's not any like. I don't know if there was not a major motion soundtrack for Point Break, but
they have School of Fish, one of my favorite like unknown, the bands that should have been bigger from the 90s. They have School of Fish. They have like Wire Train. They got a bunch of other tunes from like, they have a pretty good ear for soundtracks here. And then they finish it with Rat, like an 80s hair metal band. You're like,
School of Fish got caught by real big fish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Anyway, so let's have I'm sticking with that. I'm saying an F is Lake Michigan surf, and an A+ is Bells Beach, Australia, for the 50-year storm. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Whew. How is Point Break not an A? I mean, it's just it's timeless. There's just so many. It's such a fun movie, and there's a lot of great one-liners. And even though the characters are so ridiculous, they're just great. Like you said, Patrick Swayze's great. I don't like Gary Busey in literally anything except like I can't think of any other movie he's not even good in this. It's just he's tolerable and he's kind of funny. And but I think I just kind of grew up with this movie, and I love any good like caper. They just suck you in and they're fun. And like, you want to see the payoff. You want to see them rob banks, and like I think everybody wants like Bodhi to win. It's one of those movies where you want the bad guy to sort of win.
Totally. Yeah.
And
you want him to get away with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you want him to get away with it because he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Like, he's anti-establishment, and but yeah, he's like robbing banks. It's kind of like the Robin Hood thing, So, but yeah, I can't give it like, I'm not giving it an A for like cinematic quality, but I think it's an A for. I think Top Gun is the closest thing I can come to. It's equal in the sense where it's just there's weird dumb beach scenes and you're like, oh, I'll look past all that. It's kind of that. Yeah, that's totally stupid. And there's a lot of the squid brain line, and he throws a dog, and like
I somehow like that line when the way he did. Speaking of the microphone, squid brain.
Yeah, it just like you're like, why is he doing that? Like, why does he make him go get sandwiches? Like
I
why?
know. It's so weird. It didn't need to happen at all.
It's like, and like while he tells him to go get sandwiches, he vocally says Calvin and Hobbes is so funny.
I know.
Calvin and Hobbes is funny.
Funny. He's like reading the funnies. Like, come on, this character is so
Said
stupid.
something about turkey. He's like,
Yeah.
It's a turkey home.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's a fuck, man. It's an A. I'm fine. A. It's an A just because it's timeless. It's so crazy. And it's I always loved the fact that they were the ex-presidents. I always thought that was a cool gimmick. Like there's plenty of bank movies and like heist movies and stuff like Heat and everything. But I think that's such a cool concept to like dress up as presidents and they have the masks on and stuff. I always thought that was really clever. So there's some like really cool things about this movie that I think are it kind of is like To Live and Die in LA where it's kind of grimy and shitty, but I think makes it even better. So I'm going with A.
I totally agree. I think if you're just looking at the action movie genre, I feel like it's an A+. Movies as a whole, I still feel like it's an A or an A-. Like it's there's this weird alchemy about this movie where it's just you can't really explain why it's so good, but at the end of it, you're just charmed by the whole thing. It's so fun. Watch it again in a second. Like I can't believe I haven't seen this movie more in my life. And there are big parts of it that I don't even remember. So I don't know why I slept on this for so long. Because I totally like the bank robbery scenes. Totally seen that a million times. The parachuting at the end, diving out without a parachute, seen that a million times. But and I know I've seen big parts of the beginning, but whole middle section, I don't know what happened. But we've already talked ad nauseum about most of these points. But I give it an A.
It's such a weird movie. I don't know. It has all the trappings of an action movie. It has all the trappings of a stupid script. But like, there's just something about it that's elevated it above all that crap. And I think a big part of it really, honestly, is probably Patrick Swayze. I have to say, he creates a really iconic character as Bodhi. And like, you can see why his gang is drawn to him. You can see why the Johnny Utah character is drawn to him. You as the audience are drawn to him. You do kind of want him to get away with everything. You do believe his bullshit when he's like, when they want to get out of that last robbery and he's like, look, we're not doing this just for money, like we're doing this for these soulless suits that are driving their cars and stuck in traffic and showing them that you can live. And like, I believe the bullshit speech, you know what I mean? Like he's a good cult leader. Like, like you as the audience want to join his cult. So yeah, I think there's just something about this movie that makes it better than it should be. And I can't even tell you what it is. It's really hard to sum up and grade and stuff like that. All the stuff is set up right. I think we haven't talked about Catherine Bigelow. It's always interesting to have a woman direct something that's usually a dude, genre pick. It's just a different perspective than you're used to. And it all elevates the movie above all the rest of the action movies that are very similar. Top Gun and Lost Boys it's a hybrid of those two, which is a really interesting kind of hybrid. All that said, I'll do the same thing I did for Top Gun Maverick. This isn't a perfect movie. It's not The Godfather, but I'm giving it an A because it's super enjoyable. And as an action movie, I watched it 3 times and I'd watch it again.
Another one of the books. 60th episode this was.
60.
6-0. Well, the next one's what? A Brian pick?
Yeah, it is a Brian pick.
I can't decide. I've got 3 options.
Make an assessment.
I kind of want you guys to choose though.
Yeah. But you got to like tell us what they are though.
Yeah. I know. So one is a movie that someone told me I should see, Hackers.
Okay.
And I mentioned this to you guys recently that I wanted to rewatch, and I remember liking it was a 2012 film, Lawless. And the reason I wanted to rewatch it, it's about bootleggers, and the Guy Pearce character is very bizarre. And I was like, man, I want the guys to see this character because I want to talk about him. Like, what the fuck is with this guy? And then there's another movie called Shot Caller. That's about like prison gangs and violence. They're all 3 are very different. I'm leaning towards Lawless just because I think it's an interesting kind of movie.
Go with your gut.
Which one sounds more interesting?
I choose Captain Ron.
Captain Ron.
I choose Wildcats starring Goldie Hawn.
Actually, it's a joke. I'm doing Overboard.
Overboard. Yeah, that's.
Well, Lawless is about bootleg and moonshine. So
okay, all right. If it's lively,
it takes place during Prohibition.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. If that's the next one, I think we are done for the evening, and we will see you next time for Lawless, Brian's pick.
Via con Dios.
Via con Dios.
Sometimes his voice
cliffs on both sides. Where am I gonna go?
Sometimes his voice did go into prime piano, caught my first wave, boss.
It was tasty. You're like,
Tasty wave.
Scooby.
Scooby.